Good afternoon, and welcome into another Titan Talk. It's the 18th of March, and you know what that means? We've got Pompon and Kilgoon on to talk all about Gilgamesh, and some new stats coming to the game too for a little bit of spice. I saw some amazing artwork over social.
It's funny, Austin was helping us get some of these items in, just because getting it all in was like definitely an undertaking. And we were like, okay, we normally have just temp icons while we wait for like the full art to come in. We decided, like, because we were playing Slay the Spire, and we saw like their temp placeholder art.
Yeah.
It's like, that's just fun. And so we decided to be fun to make some item icons. I gave Emma a little bit of a heart attack because I didn't mention it.
I bet you just came in game and you were
and
like, what was this?
Emma sits next to me and she was like, what have the designers done? Have you seen this? And I was like, it's fine. It's, it's intentional.
It's part of it.
It's fun. It'll get nice artwork.
I mean, the argument is like, if we have to wait for the artwork, there's a necessity of like, we have to delay it. And why would we delay it when we can just throw it in, start doing updates? And stuff
and we
like
might
that.
throw something in, or we might be designing an item where like, we want to see how it is. And it may not last, right? Or the design may not work. And then it's like, okay, well, we wasted the time making an icon for something that isn't even going to stick around.
But we'll get on to stats shortly. First of all, I guess it's time to talk over Gilgamesh. Are we ready to go in game straight away?
Yeah, let's do it.
Have a little look at him. I should double check that I've got everything ready. We'll see. In game we go. And I've just got to make sure the audio is good to go here. Apologies because of the timing. You can see we've already got the capture point.
So yeah, he looks really great. One thing we should do just before you actually get into things is use the one and just show that fact that it lights up things around you, like lights them up.
How?
Like look at his armor now. Like
it's just glowing off his armor. Yeah.
Literally, I will go out of my way in games to find weapons that have glow that give me lighting effects because I just.
You like that fight?
Yeah, they're sick.
Warcraft player there, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Makes perfect sense. So, this is Gilgamesh. I'll quickly do this just for entertainment purposes.
Yeah. All this VFX.
I told you I was going to miss everything. I knew this was going to happen today. I am not a Gilga player, boys and girls at home, just as a heads up. But we need to actually walk through what these abilities do and what really changed with them. What were you going to say about the effects, sorry?
Oh, just the effects look really, really great. Gilgamesh has a lot of different VFX, and there's like, especially two ground areas that are like kind of similar in color, and making sure they're differentiating, people could tell. VFX team did a lot of crazy work, and they also, when we get to the aspect, they did some crazy stuff there too. But yeah, we can go into it.
So, first of all, strength scaling, intelligence scaling, just strength?
So he's a strength scaler. He definitely fits that kind of like warrior bruiser vibe. And the big thing we wanted to focus on with him was his passive.
Yeah, I can see there's a different passive.
Yeah, completely different passive. So a lot of his plus one's actually around that passive. In SMITE 1, it was basically the idea of him going on like this adventure.
Yeah.
And it would spawn like a random like little chest somewhere on the map.
You have to go and find wherever it could be. Yep.
Yeah, that could be right next to your lane, and that could be across the map behind the enemy tier 2 tower.
Yep.
You don't know. And it would give you some gold, and it gave you like a random tier 1 item. And that worked, but it had a lot of RNG to it. The flavor was kind of fun, but like the actual implementation in practice like wasn't like super great.
Sure.
And often it just kind of came down to at some point you'd randomly get this thing and maybe it would help your build, maybe it wouldn't. So we wanted to make it a bit more intentional, still kind of going with the questing vibe. So this new passive is each ability now has its own quest to do.
Okay.
So, and these are actually not trivially easy.
Okay.
I've only had like one playtest where I got all of them done. And it kind of depends on where you are and what you're doing and how you're playing. Some are easier than others.
Yeah.
But every single ability has a quest to do, and if you successfully get the quest, every single ability has an upgrade. So
interesting.
His AO1, his Sunforged Scimitar, if you extend the buff to its max duration by only hitting gods, so don't hit the minion wave, don't hit jungle camps, only on gods.
Only on the gods.
You do that 3 times. It basically, when you do the big burst, it'll auto extend based off how many targets you hit, and it lasts for longer.
Okay.
So that's its upgrade. Drop kick, you have to drop kick a target into a god 3 times. This one is the one that's probably the easiest to most commonly get.
Yeah.
But you do have to actually do it.
So it's like a minion into a god?
That would count.
Like 3 times? Okay.
Yep. And if you do that 3 times, when the stun fades from drop kick, so if you hit someone into a wall, you hit someone else into a wall, when that stun fades, they're kind of concussed and disoriented a little bit.
Okay.
Here's Advance. Kill or assist 3 gods affected by Here's Advance damage bonus, which we can go talk about that real quick.
Okay. Go straight into that.
So if you go to the 3 and bring up the targeter,
yes,
there's now a sweet spot. We've basically replaced, this ability had lifesteal on it, and we've replaced that now with a sweet spot area that increases damage taken by the target from all sources.
Okay.
So if you can leap onto a target and debuff them,
so it's more important to hit the center now.
Yeah, it's more important to hit the center. If you hit the center, you'll do more damage, and other targets will do more damage to that target. So you can actually kind of shot call more effectively.
Yeah.
And if you do that and you get a kill or assist on targets that you did that to gods, Here's Advance will actually follow you afterwards. So normally it leaves an area behind.
Yeah.
And that actually will stay attached to you. So you basically become the beacon.
Yeah, almost like Loki aspect.
Okay. So it sticks to you once you've got this online.
Yeah.
This kills or assist gods affected by Heroes of Advance. So they have to be affected by it. Does it have to be the same god? Any different god is fine?
Any different god, just kill or assist 3 times. And then finally, Winds of Shamash, knock back a target off the wall 5 times. This is specifically the drop kick. I need to make the tooltip more specifically. You have to actually drop kick people off the wall 5 times.
Okay.
And if you do that, the tick rate of the ultimate increases pretty dramatically. It does a lot more. So if you want to upgrade all the abilities so you can showcase them.
You want me to do it now?
It would be truly epic.
Yeah.
I can look at it. Okay, quick question on this. I do see at the bottom it says each quest 100 gold plus upgrade. Then the upgrade, I guess, it begins immediately?
Yeah, the upgrade begins immediately on the ability.
But the 100 gold also, you get that immediately
You get that immediately as well. So completing this all will give you 400 gold. It's not a crazy amount of gold, but it's not nothing.
Well, I'll start whacking at him with the 1 as you explain what changed with the 1.
The 1's the same. It's a really standard ability, right? It just looks really cool. Flaming Sword's awesome. And you reset it there, so it didn't count.
Oops.
So you'll see there's 0 out of 3 on there. Wait till that goes to 1.
That's a lot of hits.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Extending it to max duration on God's Hits only is actually quite difficult.
Once it gets to 3 of this.
Yes.
Okay.
And you'll get like a nice little we had the pickup sound for picking up the quest in 1.
Yeah.
That will play, and you'll get a nice little light beacon for the quest being complete. And then from then on, the abilities upgraded.
Oh, I see the gold now. Oh, it's flaming the whole time.
Little music.
A little music.
I got that. Okay.
And then, so now that upgrade is ignition. The initial ignition extends buff on enemies' hits, and you can get to 3 seconds longer. So if you actually attack, you should go.
Target, really. Wow. So this ignition will just stay.
Yeah, so you can keep it active for quite a long time. It looks like maybe the initial part's missing, which I need to go. There's a lot of small things I probably need to clean up, but that is the goal of that quest. The 2, which this one's a lot easier to do, just kick people into someone else.
Into someone else, not the wall. Yeah, that helps. Okay, so the drop kick. Now, one thing about the drop kick I noticed as well, it feels very fluid. In terms of like your back pedal can, keep your zone backwards a little bit. You can kind of sit back, or you can move forward. You get a little bit more control.
Dropkick was one of those abilities in Smite 1 that we worked really, really hard on to make it feel like it has a lot of weight and impact to it. It has custom camera stuff. It has a different way of like moving forward. There's different sounds per all the different permutations of minion, god hitting another minion or god or wall. That we had to get all the sound like in Smite 1 in the GCT, which is our like configuration database, had like 9 different hits that could apply based off all the permutations that could happen.
Okay.
So this one feels really great. And then this one, if you drop kick that Odin into the wall when the start phase takes assembled. I don't know if the bot's going to roam around. Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, you can see moving around a little bit.
Yeah,
okay.
It's because it's like an intoxicate, right?
Yeah, it's intoxicate.
Okay, cool. So it's kind of an intoxicate feature that's going to hit after you hit the wall as well. So a little bit more of a duration in terms of CC.
Yep. And then the 3, the easiest way to do this is spawn a whole bunch of bots and leap on them with Tower Killer on. That will work. So if you kill someone with the center area of the leap, that'll also count.
Tower Killer, you said.
Tower Killer space 1?
Yeah, Tower Killer space 1.
Bop. And then I just leap in the middle.
Yep. Easy. Yeah, easy to kill.
So that's what you're going to do in your live games, guys.
And now it's attached to you.
Yeah, see how it was following you. So if you leap now and like run around, you are the beacon.
I am. Look at me.
Which means that you can like. The nice thing is that means like if you stay in the middle of the enemy team, your team
You're chasing after them.
Yeah. It's really, really
so,
great.
Quick question on that. On the like center, are they going to take increased damage? Is it only on the application of the leap, and then this area is just going to circulate, but it's not going to do?
No, they get a debuff on them.
Gotcha.
So they even if they leave that area, they'll take more damage. Cool. You can see like they have like that little swirly on them.
Yeah. I see that. Okay, cool. That's awesome. So he's going to be attached to him the whole time now. And then the last but not least one is the ultimate, which is knock back a target off the wall 5 times.
And that really is drop kick a target.
Yeah, drop kick a target.
Okay. So really we should be drop kicking inside the ult. Putting through it.
We've been changing a lot of knockback stuff recently.
Yeah.
Trying to get like some knockback bugs, and so there might be some things going on. We actually found an issue with this type of like knockback.
Yeah, jumble device. I knew this would be an awful show today with me doing this.
No.
I've already got more forgiveness from you, Pam, because you did the show the other week and you was like, yeah, it's actually kind of tricky.
Maybe one more.
One.
And so the next time you cast the ult, so you kind of like the tick rate is like don't. So now if you cast it,
Oh, that's so strong.
Yeah, so it just basically does more damage.
Yeah.
More damage.
And there's like is there like an extra like sandstorm going on too? Is it taller? Like it felt more effects.
I don't think so. I think it's just the same.
All right.
Looks cool.
Yeah, it looks good.
It does look really good.
And I really like the outer inner as well, just for time. You can kind of see how it's going to be going on for there. Is it?
Yeah, so you get some basically fun mini quests to do, and then when you upgrade them, your abilities are more potent. So you kind of want to go for these things, but they're not so like I've kind of tried to tune this such that it's not expected that you get all of these, but you should still feel plenty strong even if you don't get all of them. I think the dropkick one's probably the easiest, and then the rest are like basically
definitely doable, especially if like you're playing the arena games and you're getting a lot of combos off and consistently you could potentially do it as well. So
yeah, the lane, like if you're in solo lane, the one becomes a lot easier to do, the first quest, because you can more likely trade extended against your solo lane partner. So like there's certain things that make certain quests others.
Awesome. That is a little look at basic Gilgamesh then. Next up, is it aspect time?
Yeah, it's aspect time.
Aspect time.
Okay.
So this one you will
This
need
is a
to
spicy aspect.
Yes. And you also will need to actually reset Gilgamesh, because if you just turn the talent on, you won't have points to rank the ult.
Okay. So
It's
just restart the game, is what you're doing?
no,
shots.
just switch class to Gilgamesh
Okay.
again, so that you're level 1.
Sounds good.
Because that'll also showcase another part of this. So the two teasers for this were walls and who needs an ultimate.
Yes.
And we've always talked about the idea of like a god having a really, really low cooldown like ultimate. So it's more like a standard ability. And so I figured, because Gilgamesh is a really good solo laner, he's a really good jungler, he can already flex into a lot of different roles, he can even, I think, support pretty well.
What am I reading?
So giving him like some type of
SC space Gilgamesh.
Switch. I'm not
you're missing the
spelling
I.
right. That's all that's wrong.
Yeah, there we go. We did like finding an aspect that changed him in a meaningful way that felt fun was like for a role just didn't make a lot of sense for him. You could do SC space Gilgamesh.
Oh, well, okay.
That'll be easier.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So now
And then now you can test out. So we decided to do something more along the lines like Merlin, where it's just kind of more fun and off the wall.
Sure.
And if it's good, it's good, but it just changes the way he plays fundamentally. It doesn't try to role shift him in any meaningful way.
Okay.
So you can see that you can actually rank your ultimate right now.
Right.
At level 1.
Yes.
Because it's basically a standard ability. It creates a wind wall. So if you cast it, now it's bugged right now. The visuals, they'll be fixed. This shouldn't have the rocky texture to it,
Right.
but we fixed that this morning. Unfortunately, our VFX artist is like jury duty, and so he was like halfway in the middle of like jury duty. Has
just
been us
say
again.
guilty or not guilty and move on, right? Get back to it. Okay.
But yeah, so we should get this fixed relatively soon. But the idea is you create this wall, and it's basically the ult wall. It slows people in it. It does tick damage. If you hit someone while it's on top of them, they'll get knocked back towards you. You can drop kick people into it. So if you auto attack them,
Yep.
see it does like the ult wall thing, right?
Yeah.
Now let's rank up your other abilities and see what happens if you rank up your other
Sounds
abilities.
good.
You like the rocks? Don't worry, chat. The
You'll
rocks have a
chan-
purpose.
Yeah, the rocks have a purpose.
They just shouldn't be here in this version.
Yeah, so because this wall has versions. So the idea is you place the wall down, and your next ability you cast will change how the wall functions. So if you cast your 1, it turns into a firewall. So you can see there's more fiery effects there.
Good.
Again, the rock shouldn't be there, so you see the fire more, but the fire burns people. It loses the slow, it loses the...
Can I be anywhere with that? Like, we're like, so I could be here and press 1.
Yep.
And it's fine.
It'll change.
And it can
Okay.
burn minions that walk through the wall on their way to lane.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
And you can
okay.
kick people through it so that you burn them.
Yeah.
If you 1 and then drop kick someone, they'll get burned.
Get cooked. Okay.
And this actually does, it's like 140% strength scaling total. Like it's
140?
yeah, it's a dot. Dots tend to hurt.
True.
So it's pretty good.
Okay, so that's the 1.
So that's the 1.
with the wall,
Your
yeah.
2 is where the rocks are supposed to come in.
Okay.
When you drop kick, it'll turn into a solid wall, and then it'll fade. So
Okay.
if you were to drop kick him, he gets stunned on that wall because it's a
He
solid
doesn't go
wall
through
now.
it. Okay.
So you can use that to block off paths. You can use that to be basically confirm your drop kick.
Okay.
It's kind of its own security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be a wall there.
That'd
Okay,
be-
yeah.
If you were trying to run against it, you wouldn't be able to run through it.
Okay.
The 3
Yep.
is it becomes a launch pad, so now there's upward effects. If you walk into it,
What?
you go flying.
Okay.
And you also get a movement speed buff for walking through it. It'll try and launch you in the direction you're moving as well. So if you
Okay.
back up into it, it'll
can do
also
that
try and
too.
launch you backwards.
Okay.
So velocity, so it launches you in the direction you're moving.
Okay.
And this is really good to get your teammates through somewhere if they need to like get to a fight.
Guessing this class is a leap for a Wheelix effects and stuff like that?
It's a knockback.
Okay.
So
it's a knockback.
yes, it would.
Okay.
It would. It would affect it.
Just thinking what chat's going to ask.
Yep.
Every time.
And the cooldown on this wall is much lower than a normal ult, right?
It's much lower. So it's an 18 scaling down to 16 at rank 5.
Makes sense. It can't be like a full-term ultimate.
Yeah.
It's going to be a limit.
And if you don't want to change it, what you can also do is if you bring that up and refire it, so you see how you refire it, now it's locked as the wind one. So if you want to keep it as the wind one because you just want a slow area, you just kind of want to bully people against it, and you want to like zone that area more, you can.
I know they will. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I get you.
And if you turn it into the solid wall and you want to bring it down, you can also use that refire to bring it down.
Yes, I did do that earlier.
So if you bring that up, drop kick, and then ult. So bring that up to now hit 4 again, it'll die.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a little look at the aspect as well. So technically an ultimate that empowers the other abilities and does an additional effect.
Yep, and the passive is different, so you can see there's no passive.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
This basically remembers the last thing you did.
Okay.
And will give you either attack speed if your last thing was Sunforged Scimitar, tenacity if it was drop kick.
Which we'll talk about in a minute.
We'll talk about tenacity in a bit.
Who knows?
And then Hero's Advance will give you pathfinding, which again we'll talk about in a little bit. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
You don't have to know. You don't have to know what those words mean.
Oh, you do next update, but you don't right now. Yeah.
So especially basically those are trying to like mimic kind of what you're going to be using those things for.
Yeah.
And especially for Sunforged Scimitar game, the attack speed means that you can really chainsaw people down really effectively.
Feels very like Gilgamesh basic, like feels like he's still there. He's just had a bit of an empowerment, but then the aspects is a little bit more fun, but also a lot to play around as well to like really learn combos. And I expect it'll go through different strengths and weaknesses as time goes on.
Yeah,
Awesome.
definitely.
Yeah, and it's a big trade-off, right? You're losing a big, powerful ultimate in exchange for this ability that is very flexible, that you can use much more often, but each single cast of it isn't going to give you the same level of impact that, you know, an ultimate really does.
Yep.
Man, that dropkick looks it's so good.
Dropkick, that's just like, it's such a simple ability, but all the pieces came together to make it feel so
Always
punchy.
felt good.
It's so good.
Always
or
felt
so
good.
kicky, I guess.
Loaded guy. And that's a little look at Gilgamesh. We do still have to do the Ascension pass, so just bear with me a moment. But Gilgamesh should be available is today PTS? Is
Yeah,
tomorrow?
today should be PTS,
Yes.
I believe.
Just to confirm on that, and I'll quickly.
And then we'll release next Tuesday.
If you want to use your 2 with the walls on animation start, and that's actually different for each one because it made better sense to change what timing was for each of them. Basically, if you drop kick someone, it'll always be a wall when they could possibly collide with it, and I believe it happens on end. On leap, it happens on leap landing, and for the 1, it happens actually during the pre-fire, which also means it has like a synergy where if you use your 1 when someone's on the wind version of the wall, the ignition pulse counts as damage for knocking back from that wind wall before it turns to fire.
Okay.
Only in that melee case situation.
Okay.
So if you get someone on melee on it,
Yeah.
you can knock them back with it.
But it feels like a good level of complexity in a way.
Yeah.
Way of like
That
getting
has felt good.
Yeah.
People are asking about the dropkick distance. We looked at this a lot.
I've looked
right?
at this.
Yeah.
And so the big thing is actually the way Smite handles knockback resolution is slightly different in 1 and 2. The way it handles animations is different in 1 and 2. So it kind of looks like they just travel along the ground longer, but like the distance should be the same. I've looked at this multiple times. I did fix one thing that was causing it to go about 5 feet longer than it should have, which is like Smite 1 terms. But it should be pretty close.
Okay. And obviously, I can see like with the movement as well. If you aiming back, if you're moving backwards as you hit the drop kick doesn't go as far.
It always goes the same distance. It
just feels that way.
It just feels that way
the
because
perception.
the way like it builds up and the way the camera works. Like it basically you always go the same distance.
Gotcha. Well, here's a little look at the mastery page for Gilgamesh and what you guys can be getting once you level him up. The shadow skin is in game and looking fabulous.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
great.
In the purple and black. You will also get times all quests completed. I think this one will be pretty difficult to achieve in some modes, that's for sure. The rank 1 match, along with the clap and the victory pose there. You'll also get objectives destroyed alongside god assists. Fancy drop kicks. Why are they fancy? The number of times that Gilgamesh has drop kicked an enemy god into a wall or stunned them. Okay, so not just a drop kick, you actually have to do something off the back of it. The Onyx version in the black and gold, really good. Looks really clean.
Yeah, it looks really good on like just his armor really sells this really well.
I'm interested to see how it plays with the scimitar when it's lit up as well on these as well. And then you've also got the opal variation too.
Yeah, very sick.
fantastic
Yep.
in the purple. And then, as always, what is the emote this week? One does not simply. That's
Yeah,
very
this
good.
one's great.
Yeah.
Very good.
I like these, like, especially like kind of face emote ones, because like they're the ones that feel most usable to me in like regards to
Definitely.
like taunting someone in a game.
Definitely.
Well, it's not simply walk into Babylon.
Then we've got the wave as well. A little bit of a salute going on there. And then we've got the Urk King title that you'll be picking up alongside God Kills at the epic level. And then you've also got Gilgamesh Mastery alongside, let me just see, you got the right thing here, the Radiant.
Yeah, the
version
Radiant looks
as
so
well.
good.
And then you also get the loading frame fit for
Oh,
it.
that's
So
nice.
you
That's
get
nice.
the
I
drapes as
haven't
well.
seen that one yet.
I like the subtle waving drapes.
The slight red just glow that
Yeah.
burns through as well, which is awesome. And then you'll also get the diamonds
Yep.
that comes with it as well. So that's all.
And,
look at
and you'll get
Gilgamesh.
this for free if you already own the Ultimate Edition once it goes live.
Perfect.
Next,
What's next,
let's do
Gilgan?
the other cosmetic stuff, and then
Sure.
we'll do all the items
Yeah.
and end on that.
So you have to wait for pathfinding and tenacity.
Yeah, there is some other stuff in this update that we're just not going to go through today. Like there's some anti-lever stuff that we
Friday.
figured it was going to be long enough with Gilgamesh plus the new items plus looking at the skins
Plus a couple of questions.
plus
from
the
chat,
questions,
more than
and
likely.
there may be a couple more things we talked about on Friday, but like these are kind of the main things that people want to see, so we figured we focus on that for right now. Okay, so first let's start with. Do you want to start with the double traveler?
We can if you want. I've done it based off your sheet, but we'll.
Sorry.
Go to
Yeah,
you're
I'm
fine,
changing-
you're fine.
changing the order.
I'm used to it.
So we're doing our first. I believe this is our first attempt at like a double
duo.
classic traveler. So we're gonna put both Fiend Hunter RTO and Silver Bullet Tsukiyomi into a same traveler.
Okay.
And both of these skins look great. This is my most used RTO skin. I don't know.
I think a
that's
few
sick.
people's.
Yeah, I love this one, and I think it's also my most used Tsukiyomi skin. These are both great skins. They look really good in SMITE 2.
That does look really good. That's
They each come with a full complement of 3 prisms. So we have
We'll start with RTO. And
yeah.
we'll go through Fiend Hunter first of all, which is the base that you get for unlocking, and then the Prism
Cursed Blood.
Yeah.
I love it. It's almost like this vampire look to it.
I love the glow on the back of that outfit too. It's amazing. Then there's also Paragon.
Yeah. Kind of like the good version of the evil
Sure.
Fiend Hunter, I guess. I don't know.
The rich version is what I see.
Yeah,
with all
that
gold.
works.
Yeah. And then there's also the Violet Stalker.
Yeah. I like this is kind of like the anime character version.
Yeah, sure. That's the best way
Yeah.
to describe it.
And this one I think also has just like that subtle like outline on it, you know?
Oh,
that,
yeah, I
that
can see
gives
it
it a
now.
little more of a kind of cell shaded kind of look.
I
love
just
it.
love this like color scheme. Like
Looks really good.
like blues and pinks are like just really cool.
And then obviously the Silver Bullet, which we showcased a second ago, looks fantastic, especially.
Are the bears color too? Yes, the bears are also color changed.
Then we also have the Cursed Blood.
Yeah, same
version.
same kind of color schemes
that
for both of
weapon
these.
glow.
So if you want to be more of the vampire hunter, that's your play.
Makes sense. And then there's also the Paragon again in the golden blue.
I like
There's
it. on
vials
him.
on the
The
side.
vials especially
Yeah.
look good.
Looks really good. And the golden gun on the back, just in case you needed it. And then the Shadow Stalker version as well in the purple and black.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Looks great. And then you get the corrupt beast title.
Yeah, and you also get the Worm Seals.
And note that this does include 2 worm seals
Well, it makes
because it's a
sense.
double traveler,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you are still collecting travelers individually, trying to get the Mordred skin, or you just decided to buy your way along and not buy the buy all for some unknown reason, you would get 2 seals in this.
And then there's also the badge for the Fiend Hunter alongside the Corrupt Beast title
Yep.
in this one too. So yes, they do. The bear does change color as well.
Yeah, it looks good.
On top of that, I just don't have it available right now. Okay, back to cams real quick. Next up.
Next, we have an all-new skin.
Okay, an all new skin.
An all-new skin.
Okay.
Yeah, and this patch is coming out like maybe a few days after Easter, I guess, or maybe a few days before Easter. I don't know when Easter is. Easter's sometime
Before.
soon. A few days before Easter. We wanted to be kind of springy.
Yeah. Yeah, makes
So
sense.
we figured, why not do something a little bunny
Oh
themed?
my god, I've just seen what's on the screen.
So we have Warren-born Artemis.
What
is this why we've had the in playtest the Tusky thing?
Maybe. This is almost certainly why I've had the Tusky thing in
That's
playtest.
not Tusky.
Well, Tusky's a bunny now.
It's Shadow Fluff.
Shadow Fluff.
According to the
Bun
War
Bun.
skin. The Bun Bun is here.
Did you know that apparently, like, the collective noun for a group of bunnies is a fluffle?
I did not know that.
It's not like a pack or
That
a...
sounds like something someone made up.
Apparently, it is legitimately a fluffle. Because I was told this by Veronica, and I was like, that's not real. And I looked it up, and it's
Wow.
apparently real.
That's awesome.
Okay.
So so she looks great.
Yeah.
We've got obviously this kind of bunny theme going on for the holiday.
Yeah.
And then we've got some sweet prisms of it. So we've got
Bramble?
the bramble, kind of the more traditional elf ranger, traditional Artemis palette more so, I guess I would say.
Yeah. Then there's the lotus.
The lotus, which looks very nice.
Look at Shadow Fluff changing every single time. Or is it just a group of
I
fluffs
can
that she's
only
using?
watch Shadow Fluff.
Yeah.
I know, you just keep spinning around. I'm so locked into that. Then there's also Starbound as well.
Which has
Oh,
a nice
that's
panning
cool.
texture going through the
Cloak.
material, so you can see the stars
Yeah,
in
that's
it.
very cool.
It's awesome. The back of the hood too.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then obviously you'll get the ward skin that has to come with it too, with a Shadow Fluff. And even he's got a bit of animation inside there too. There's also
Unstoppable. Even the underbrush clears the way.
a Warren Bourne announcer pack
The
as part of
trail ends with you.
that. And of course the Worm Seal too.
Yep.
So that's a little look at the new one. This is one of the new skins coming to the game.
Yeah, brand new. And this is part of the what am I blanking out? The Reign of the Archfiend event. This is the last patch of the Reign of the Archfiend event.
Is there a bunny holding a dagger in the foreground of the scene?
Which
You
one?
know,
This? Here?
right-
Oh,
no,
here!
yeah.
What's he doing?
What's going
I don't know. I uncertain. But
That one's got a shell on his back. And that's
They're
got...
doing
okay.
something.
Okay.
so yeah, last patch of the Reign of the
Amazing.
Archfiend event. If you bought into the Reign of the Archfiend event, you will get these two travelers. These are the final two travelers you will get as part of that event. And then we'll have our new kind of smaller buy-all starting in the next update. But yeah, if you're interested in the buy-all, now's your time. The event's almost over. Get the stuff. We also have one other cosmetic thing, which is kind of like the Merlin Mystic Mischief, whatever that skin's called, update that we did,
I think you were right.
special that we did last patch.
I just have to find
where if you owned the skin already, it was an easier way to find that these prisms exist and to get a discount on them, and you got discounts on owning some of them. So we're kind of doing the same thing this update, and we think we're going to do this every update. This has been kind of a fun, relatively easy thing for us to throw together that people seem like they've liked. And this one, it's the bunny special. Again, staying on theme with the bunnies this
I'm not
patch.
sure finding it.
It's under store and then special.
Okay. Special.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So
I'll bring it up now. There you have it.
if you want all of the Nuwa bunny skins,
Chocolate.
as well as the chocolate bunny badge and the magic bunny ward, you can unlock the bundle. And then the bundle is discounted based on
What you've already purchased.
Awesome.
Awesome.
So it's cheaper if you already own some things. So if
Fantastic.
you want to get some bunny magic for the season, it is again just kind of a repackaging of stuff that we already have out there.
Yeah.
But this special deal will be available.
Looks awesome. So make sure you get your hands on that.
We already have Nuwa. Yes, that's what this
the
special section is. The special section is repackaging existing stuff at a discount that you may have missed, basically.
Is that all the new stuff?
That's all
skins
the
so
new
far?
skins. And now
Good
we are in for
Dun, dun, dun.
a very interesting conversation
Yeah, but items.
about items. Pawn, what's wrong with our items?
I mean, there's nothing really
Do we
wrong
have
with
to
them.
say it's wrong with
There's nothing
our
wrong with
items,
them.
Kilgore?
What are we trying to address with this new
Yeah,
system?
so we felt there was some room to kind of expand the different things that people could build with their item pool. We've been basically, if you want to build tanky, you've had health, protection, and protections, and that's the only way you've been able to increase that. If you're an ability user, you've kind of had cooldown rate, you've had various forms of penetration, and that's been kind of simplified down. You haven't had much more to optimize besides just your scaling value and cooldown.
Yeah.
And there's also just a few stats that we kind of wanted to bring back that are more utility focused, but have had some level of problems that have, like, we wanted to kind of address before we brought them back. So we're tackling all three of those issues.
Okay. In one go.
Yeah, in one go.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Throw it in there.
So let's tackle the first one. We can talk about the first two stats.
Sure. Which one?
Do you want to go in game to...
Yeah, we can go and give it.
Yeah, let's
I
go to a
wasn't prepared
store.
for that. Okay, sure.
We can go to like, jungle practice, and we also need to show off the store because the store's layout has slightly updated.
Because we also had to make room for new stuff.
So there's new filters, basically, is what we're
Yeah,
saying.
there's new
Yeah,
filters.
yeah.
So the first two is actually called plating and dampening. These are to kind of address the different ways that tanks can help mitigate against things.
Plating.
Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're facing down a Hu Yi and a Soul, and you're like, man, I'm having a really hard time against both of them because they're both just smacking me with basic attacks.
Yep.
And I can't build against both of them effectively.
Sol went solo and got big, and then I've also dealt with the Hou Yi.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why we have plating.
So
if
plating.
if you go to plating,
Yeah.
it will give you damage mitigation specifically, and if you hover over it, it'll actually say at the top.
On the left? No, on the where the
Over here,
yeah,
sorry.
So at the top it says
1%
plating
plating.
equals 1% damage mitigation against attacks. Caps
Yes.
at 35.
So this now basically will let you target specifically attack damage.
Right.
So if
So
you're
this is all forms of basic attack.
all forms of basic attack damage,
Magical or physical.
magical or physical.
Okay.
And so this just gives you another tool based off how the enemy team comp is presented
Yeah.
to be able to build against it and feel effectively tanky,
Okay.
right? And dampening, as you could probably guess,
I'm guessing that's for abilities then, right?
it is for
I'm
abilities.
so smart.
Crazy. One dampening gives 1% damage mitigation against abilities, and this caps at 35.
Okay.
So this introduces also caps again because it's something we haven't done, but we felt like this one in particular, given that it's just raw mitigation, making it cap at a certain value makes sense.
Sure.
We also don't plan on having counters to this within items, so this is
Okay.
something that more like you build and it's just going to be effective as it is. But there's not you can't get like the absolute top end of like stacking 600 physical brats,
So
right?
realistically, in a game, just looking at dampening and plating on its own, or like in a game, you're going to necessarily want your composition to have a bit of a mixture of basic attackers alongside, just to make sure it's not that easy to just stack against abilities.
Yeah, you want to have that good mix of physical and magical damage. You want to have that good mix of attack damage versus ability damage.
Okay.
And then if teams stack one way or there's one particular threat, you can now really itemize against them. And we've done a few other things to also like help explain like why this makes sense. So like if you go to plating, just for an example of an item. The first one is Spectral.
Yeah.
So Spectral got updated to be plating instead because Spectral is really meant to be the anti-critical strike item.
Sure.
And generally, critical strikes are
Basic
attack
attacks,
damage.
yes.
So it gets plating, it mitigates it, plus it has the passive that makes it so that you take less critical strike damage.
Okay.
And ability critical strikes, as an additional side, are going to be mitigated by your plating as well.
Gotcha.
So Naja ults will also get mitigated by this. So if you actually remove Spectral Visage.
Which makes sense.
This is what I was talking about.
Was this the reason why we didn't have Visage in the first place? I guess we're looking further down the line.
Yeah, Visage was very much a band-aid. And when I talked about, like, I have different ideas for different solutions of how to, like, make this make more sense.
Yeah.
This was, like, what I was talking about.
So plating really going to be replacing that.
Yeah.
That
And so you
makes
can
a
see,
lot of
like,
sense.
the utility of, like, this specific effect, making a lot of sense of why, like, plating would exist as a stat.
Cool.
So
So that's plating and dampening.
Well, you want to go through all the plating?
Do you want to go through the items?
or do you want to go through all the stats?
let's go through the stats first,
Okay.
and then we can circle back to the cool items.
Cool.
Okay, so problem 2 was ability users don't really have a great stat to go towards. Eventually, I would like to look at flat penetration at some point. That's like the other stat that ability users tend to use, but attack damage users can also use that.
Okay. So flat pen may come back at some point.
Flat pen may come back at some point, but that's a much bigger pass of things.
So I'm guessing it's Echo.
It is Echo. And so Echoes is basically, you could think of this as ability crit.
Wow. Okay.
It will allow abilities to echo, dealing 40% of its damage again.
Wow. Okay. Up to 40%.
Up to 40%. And then you can get things that
So
might modify
40%
it.
flat. Okay.
And these are all kind of like, we went with the theme of like drums because it just made sense for Echo. You can also, people have been able to see our MS Paint art, but it's great. But the idea here is that we have a different way for ability users to have some level of scaling.
Right.
That isn't just more strength, more intelligence, or more cooldown.
Sure.
rate.
Now this goes off any ability that's used, like Rarl, for example, could trigger this as well. Okay.
But it's like crit. It's random, So it's like
Sure.
the more of the stat you've built.
Contextually random, I guess.
Yes,
Like
sorry.
Yeah, it has the
symmetry
same
in that
formula. It has the same formula
Okay.
that crit does, where like it will make it seem more palatable to human senses of randomness, and it won't like a 10% is in Smite will never do like crit.
Yeah.
Because like that just doesn't feel correct to people.
Even though it could be the case.
though it
Yeah.
could be.
You could roll 1-3 times. Yeah.
But yeah, and you can see that we've had a few items updated, and we have some new items in here, but we'll go over that in a little bit. So
Okay.
that's the ability side of things.
Right.
And then we have the 2 utility stats that are coming back: Pathfinding and Tenacity.
Which one you want to look at first?
Let's do Pathfinding first.
Pathfinding.
We have
Movement
boots.
speed.
We have boots.
Boots are
Boots are back.
Boots are back.
Boots are
7 years later, we have brought boots back to Smite.
Yeah, we've gone full circle.
but not all the boots, just one pair.
So movement speed as a stat is really, really potent for 2 reasons. The one reason is it allows you to rotate very, very effectively. Actually, like moving around the map, getting to places faster is just very, very, very powerful.
Yep.
The second is it also makes it really hard for you to be hit in combat. It makes it so that like you can really chase targets effectively. And both those strengths combined have made us very hesitant to put movement speed back into the game.
Sure.
But pathfinding is 33% less effective, or it's not 33% less effective in combat. It's 66% less effective. It's 33%. I need to update that string.
Okay, so the text is wrong, but 66%
so it's basically
less
way
effective.
weaker in combat, but it still allows you to pathfind around the map more effectively.
So you're going to have more mobility in combat by about 33% is what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then out of combat, you're going to be zooming around a little bit.
You're going to be
more.
zooming around.
Cool.
So that's pathfinding.
Okay.
And you can see, and for all these, you can see that we only have a few items in here.
A little sprinkle almost.
The plan is that we'd expand on this more. We kind of roughly had a goal of at least getting like a few items in for each one.
Sure.
And then we'll expand on this more in the future.
It feels like one or two items that are already in that kind of made sense to give these stats to, and then a couple new ones to go, hey, have a little look at this.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the other one is tenacity.
Yeah.
Which is not.
Oh.
It's not technically correct right now.
Okay.
It will be in the future, but we
Right.
wanted to put it in this past because like it just made sense. So right now it's going to be crowd control reduction.
Okay.
As you've known it. And so we're bringing crowd control reduction back. In the future, it will be crowd control reduction that also works on knockbacks and displacements. That's something that we in Smite 1, like a knockup would still be the same duration. Knockback would still throw you the same distance. We've done a lot in the background to make it so that you can actually scale those based off this value.
Interesting.
That's just not in yet.
Okay.
That will be
in the future.
That will be in a future patch how it works. I think it will be next patch.
So prime example, like Gilgamesh that we just saw, right, that would reduce the distance you travel potentially
Yes.
if you scale into this.
Yes.
Okay. And this is for this would affect knockups in the future as well.
Yeah.
Will it currently no? It's still going to be the
Currently
full
no.
knockup duration?
Currently no. It's
Okay.
just going to work like crowd control reduction does in Smite 1. But
Which
in
is just
the future,
reduce the
it'll be,
length of CC that's permanent.
And
Okay.
the other change is instead of reducing duration of slows, it'll reduce intensity of slows.
And this caps at 50%.
Yep, caps at 50%.
Okay.
So
Interesting look.
you now can build stuff that helps you with CC. And
Yep.
that will be improved on another patch. You got pathfinding, which helps you zoom around the map.
Yep.
We got plating and dampening, which will help you target specific types of damage that aren't just physical and magical.
struggling with, yep.
And echo, which will be a new form of scaling for ability users.
Yeah. Crazy. Okay.
And keep in mind, you can't build everything. There are still only 6
they'll
item
find a
slots.
way. They'll find a way.
I think that like, you're like, oh man, this plating is great, but plating. Do I want plating? Do I need physical protection? Do I need magical protection?
If you're going plating and then
do I
you're
need
going to
some
get
of
hit by
everything?
an echo, then you're going to want dampening. But then if you're going dampening, then you can't deal with the plating because you need the plating for the base. You got to really balance your builds.
Yes.
So maybe it's. Do you expect to see more upon a sprinkle of 1 or 2 of these each? I guess in some of these builds.
Yeah, the way
where
that
it makes
I've been
sense?
kind of building in playtest is I still kind of go my bread and butter health and physical protections, and then I try to splash 1 or 2 of the plating or dampening items based off like who actually ends
Who's
up being
doing
really
well?
strong.
Yeah.
I think there's also room for like if you know your lane matchup, especially in the solo lane. I think there's value for like a plating rush to like if you
So a
know
lot of
they're gonna,
ability spammers, then getting dampening is really good, or basic attacks. If there's a hunter in a carry in the hunter that lane, then you could potentially use plating.
So I think there's some lane matchups where you might go like these earlier, but I still think you're probably going to build your bread and butter of physical, magical protection, health, and then kind of splash these plating and dampening in. If the enemy team comp goes all carries, just stack that plating immediately.
Stack the plating,
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, makes sense.
But it's the same thing as like if someone stacks all 5 physical characters, you just
Very true.
Go
physical defense.
Because chat won't stop talking about this, and I would like them to stop talking about this so we can move on to the next thing. How would the tenacity affecting knockups, knockbacks affect characters that have play patterns built around that, such as Hercules, Sylvanas Pole, Neja ult?
Good question.
So there are some knockbacks that we're going to, in the same way that we have a few stuns that say this is not affected by diminishing returns and this is not affected by crowd control reduction, we'd apply that to some knockbacks. That's basically the terminology we're going to use is true stun or true knockback.
Okay.
Kerberos ult, for example, would be a true knockback. It is going to throw you to the location it says on the ground.
It feels like Ultimate's probably going to lean into the idea that they'll be true, true effect.
Yeah, targets that have to pull you to some very specific location, like Hercules Pole, will also probably be true.
Gotcha.
But like a Geb Shockwave knockup, a Sylvanas knockup, I'd say...
But Sylvanas Pole probably is going to pull you regardless.
Yeah, it's going to pull you to the same place regardless, right? In the same way that the stun on that pole is also a true stun. It actually stuns you the same amount of time regardless.
Okay, so it really will depend on what the ability is, and we will go through those to make sure that we're not going to be... What's the word I'm looking for? Really limiting some of these gods because they can get this effect.
Yeah, there's some characters that would like actually like their whole combo would fall apart if you lose. So like
the Hercules.
A Wheeler is just going to pull you when she ults you. You know, it's going to go all the way depending.
Half the distance.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Just fall
the penalty
short.
is half the distance to the goal. Sorry,
it was a good line. Okay, so before we go into questions in chat, or is there anything else we should mention before we start actually just deep diving into
no, let's just start going into items. I
Yeah,
think this is, but I think this has been really fun to play with in playtest.
There's a lot to play with.
As
and lots to
always,
mess around with.
when we introduce new things, some stuff is going to be good, some stuff's not going to be good enough. We will quickly address things with balance.
Yeah.
We're going to keep a close eye on this when we're shaking things up by introducing new stats like this, and we will be quick to respond. But we think that like these stats are good for the future of the game. They make if all goes well, they will make building more interesting as a tank, because you'll be able to respond more to the specific threat versus just being universally I'm good versus everything as a tank, right? And it gives another build path to mages who just didn't have that build path. And then for people that want to opt into, I need more movement speed to get around the map, you can do that.
Yep.
But at the cost of you're not getting another damage item. You're not getting another defense item. There's some trade-off.
There's going to be some sort of trade-off there.
Yep.
What would chat like to see as the first one we go over here? Echo, plating, dampening.
The Echo ones are neat, especially because
Echo?
they're very goofy.
Is that best to stay to the end then, or?
Yeah, sure. We'll keep it late.
Well, chat just said Echo, but now we're not doing Echo. We're going to go with, we'll do plating because
Okay.
I was chosen.
There's some good stuff in all of them.
Yeah, so let's look at the new items. So
Yeah, these amazing artwork ones?
you can tell they're new by the new art style we're kind of pushing towards.
Yeah, we're actually going to move the whole game towards
So
this.
good. I kind of like it. Plated metal.
These are very fun to make.
So I'm guessing these items, I'm going to click this real quick, but it actually does build out of these items here as well, but plated metal is going to be a new tier
and
too.
you said that some of the...
Yeah, so there's a few items, like I bet you if you look at Leviathans, because Leviathans is here, it probably, see how it's still building off physical protection.
Okay.
I need to go update a few more recipes to make sure that they make sense, but
Sure.
that'll happen.
Work in progress on that. But if we take a little look at Curious here, first of all, plated metal at 900 gold for 9 plating.
Someone said in chat says it looks like a plastic
Your
bag.
middle tower is under attack.
They're just wrong.
Okay.
My artistic vision is correct, and I won't be told otherwise.
I definitely see it more as
Oh, people wants to hide our cams. Hide the
Okay,
faces.
sorry, chat.
Alright,
Sorry.
So Connect Curious is plating and health,
myself.
and this is meant to be kind of like an anti-attack item. That's a little bit better for bruisers who are in the thick of things. When you're damaged from 5 attacks by gods, you gain kinetic.
Okay.
And the kinetic makes your next attack unleash a shockwave, even if it misses, dealing 40 plus 4% of your health physical damage.
Oh, okay.
And this is not health from items. This is another thing that you'll see on a few of these items. I kind of wanted to move away from items tag because I think it makes it hard for people to understand how much it's going to do. This is just 4% of your health as physical damage, which means that you can also just you can left click and it will still do it even if you don't hit a target. So you can be in the middle of targets and still hit people.
Gotcha. So that's 15 plating, 300 health on that. Then we also have Radiant Bulwark.
Yeah, so this one is an active effect.
Okay.
It gives you physical and magical protection, so it's omniprots.
Right.
It also gives you plating.
Okay.
And on use, create a wall of light that protects allies behind you for 6 seconds, granting them all of your plating, dampening,
Behind
and half of your protections from enemies on the other side. You are slowed, silenced, disarmed, and cannot turn while channeling. It has a long cooldown. So
It's a
basically, this
channel?
is the...
Can I test
Yeah,
this?
you can use it. You can see my beautiful temp art.
Okay, so it's just a box around me? Okay.
I'm a VFX artist.
I placed it. I'm saving the day, but I can't turn.
Yes, you can't turn.
Okay, okay.
You
I like
are
that.
slowed, but like this, the way this will work is basically anyone behind you
I
in that
got
like ground
you,
targeter.
boys. Yep.
As long as it does a line check from when the person that's damaged to the other person, and if the wall is in between, it'll say, "Nah, I'm gonna do way less damage to you based on how tanky the person with the active is." So if
Okay.
you're like sieging a phoenix,
Yep.
you could make your team very
You
tanky.
could run in there and just be blocking as much as you can. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, there's a look at that. Interesting. So, and then we've also got, obviously, Leviathan's Hide and a few of these others have had some
Yeah, and so a
updates to
few
them
items
now.
that felt like they were meant to be anti-attack. I just made plating instead. So Leviathan's Hide has plating and health. It still does the thing it does. Pharaoh's Curse has plating and attack speed. Still does the thing it does because it focuses on being anti-health.
Spectral we
attack.
went over.
And Spectral we went over because it's the anti-crit, which is only attacks and has a small little claws to help with the building crits as well.
Awesome. So we have a little look at that. We should probably move on to dampening now.
Yeah.
I think it makes most sense.
Considering-
This is the one that people were most excited about before because they were like, it makes you wet? I don't know.
That's moist is what people were
yeah,
saying. I'm like,
what is
the-
damp?
I like. There's like a thread that's trying to speculate it. It's like I guess it has something to do with consumables because we showed off Alchemist
We
Club.
did.
We're
we
adding
did.
weather effects to the game? I don't know.
But dampening, as we say here, is going to be damage mitigation against abilities with a cap of 35. We're going to see a new tier 2 item, dampening at 10. What's that supposed to be, Pon? I'm not trying to be rude because most of them I could see.
It's a piece of
does it say
leather
Pon
with,
on it?
It does.
Okay.
You can tell who made this one. It's a piece of scrap leather.
Yep.
That's kind of like a rune is etched onto it.
Yep.
To
is
make
that
it
a prison jumper?
that
Yep.
one. That
Yep,
one
it
was
is.
not me.
Yes, it is.
But it's beautiful regardless.
It is beautiful. Don't make fun of the art, chat. Come on.
Look,
We're trying out.
these
here.
are fun.
Okay, so we'll start off with Runic Hide, and then I'm going to look at this first. The prison jumper is doublet of binding, 15 dampening, 400 health, but an active use.
Yes. So this gives you a link to a target, and it basically, if you link to someone, you redirect some damage they would take to you instead, and then you get to re-mitigate it against all your defenses as well.
So kind of like an Afro link, like an Afro kiss.
It's kind of like an Afro link. We've tried this ability multiple times on different gods in development, and the problem we've always had with it was like for a god ability, it hasn't actually felt meaningfully like it's strong.
Yeah.
But as like an ability, it just didn't feel like it had enough gumption to be like a full god ability.
Okay.
As an active effect, that's great. It's like it has really good utility. You can mark someone, you can make them super defensive. If you're Afro and you want to double link to someone, have fun. If you want to have one person linked and one person linked to someone else, great, fantastic. It all works. But yeah, you'll mark them to take way less damage, and it'll redirect a certain amount of damage until it breaks, or you choose a new target.
Okay. Alchemist Cloak next, I guess.
Yep, and we teased this one.
We did. Great artwork. It does exactly what it is. It's a cloak. It's got bottles on the front, and you're going to get a consumable in your inventory.
Yeah, every 60 seconds. So you could just sell all these potions that you get for about like 0.5 gold per second.
Okay.
If you really want to.
Sure.
But using it for the dampening is definitely, I think, the stronger use case.
Okay.
This also works really well with other consumables. So Mulan's Banner would count. Baron's Brew would count, especially for your whole team.
Okay.
Fire Giant Dagger would count. Like anything in the consumable slot being used, no matter what it is, will count towards this. So
stacks, I guess, like you said.
you
get 2-3 consumables going.
So if you so it's that will refresh the duration of the buff.
Okay, because I was gonna say if I use a Baron's Brew, then I had a health potion, I use my health potion and my Baron's Brew, and then the multi potion goes in there, and I use the multi potion. I'm not going to.
It's that one
boo,
buff. The one buff that's there just
give us something to
refreshes.
break. But dampening 15 on this as well, to just reduce the amount of magical damage you're going to take from abilities or damage from abilities. Interesting look at the Alchemist Cloak. Then we've
and
also
if someone asks a question, if you have a full inventory, you don't get the multi potion.
There you go. Pick your poison. And then last but not least, Wormskin Hide. Definitely looks like a wormskin hide to me. Sure. 40 strength, 15 dampening, 250 health, and hit a god once every 8 seconds.
Yeah, we wanted
20 dampening.
Yeah, we wanted more kind of like dive, either assassin or bruiser type item.
Sure.
Like this could be like a one flex tanky item for like an assassin or just for bruisers in general.
Going on mages sounds good.
And if you like want to jump on a backline target, but that backline target's going to burst you down with abilities, no, they're not. You're going to get dampening against them, and you're going to be really, really effective. And that would actually put you at functionally the cap against them. This will overcap just because of the way the math works.
Gotcha. I was going to ask, it's like one hit, he's not going to continue to stack, right, for each hit.
No.
It's just one hit, and it will last for 8 seconds.
Yeah.
But hitting again will refresh.
Yeah, so you'll get a buff for 8 seconds, and while you have that buff, you can't have a new target, and then when that falls off, the next person you hit will get dampening against them.
Okay, and it's dampening against them, not against the whole team.
Correct.
So if I'm going on the Kukulkan and the soul hits me with an ability, I'm still taking the damage.
Or if I mess up and I attack the Hui and then I try to...
made.
Yep, mistakes were made.
Okay.
Chat says this is a Gilgamesh item.
It's probably very good on Gilgamesh,
It does make sense.
And then we do have 2 updated items here,
We do. We've got Shoguns of Fuda. That's not Kasari? That's all I can think of.
It's been
Shoguns of Fuda.
It's been on Fuda for a while.
Yeah. My brain just sees the image and I'm like, Kasari.
Yeah, I still think of it as Kasari. But yeah, this one has always kind of been meant to be like anti-mage.
Sure.
And it just kind of made sense to move it over to dampening, just to help it like be a bit more ubiquitous in like what it can target.
Actually, a little bit more useful against some of the carries, to be honest, when you do use the abilities. Yeah.
Yeah.
200 health and then the usual passive. And then we've also got Mantle of Discord here is going to have dampening instead
double
of
whammy. It has
tenacity.
dampening and tenacity. It's both. So
But
cloaks
no protections anymore.
Yep, no protection anymore, just dampening that tenacity.
Okay.
Just kind of a different use case entirely for the item.
Mantle. Okay. Little look at that. So that's dampening. So what we got left? Tenacity, Pathfinder. We did tenacity. Sorry.
Yeah, we can do. No, we didn't do tenacity yet.
Oh, we didn't do that next.
Yeah. Tenacity, then Pathfinding, then Echo.
So tenacity reduces the duration of strength of crowd control effects. So we've got some fantastic looking items. Blood Cloak is what that looks like.
Shroud of Vengeance.
Yes, it is. Magical protection, physical protection, and 20 tenacity. And when hard crowd controlled, release a shock wave around yourself, dealing 50 damage plus 40% of your protections. Up to 650 in physical damage.
Yep. So, and this doesn't have a cooldown. So if you jump into the enemy team and they all try wombo combo you with every CC they have, you're just gonna pulse out a lot of damage to people around you.
That sounds great on a tank.
Yeah, it's really good on a tank.
Okay.
Don't
It's quite good.
If you want to just CC chain him, maybe don't have everyone standing right next to him.
Makes sense. And then there's also Resolute Mantle.
This item is real good.
Yeah, this one has been really good in the playtest. Just a lot of health, good amount of tenacity, and actually
550.
Yeah, another stacking effect. So when you're hard crowd control, you just kind of gain a burst of health and tenacity, so you're harder to be CC'd.
Oh.
But when the stacks fall off, you gain a stack from this item permanently that gives you regen and tenacity, and that can stack up to 20 times. So the more you get CC'd over the game, the stronger and stronger this cloak becomes.
Wait, what's the cap on tenacity you got?
50.
Okay, so I
This
get
is-
20 from this. So if I get hit 30 times with this, I can get to max
You
stacks
only
of
stack
tenacity?
to 20.
Oh,
so,
sorry.
So that'll be
So I'll be at
40 from this
40.
item alone.
Okay.
And then when they CC you, you'll get another 10. So this item can be a one-shot wonder if you actually get CC'd enough.
Okay.
If you're squishy, it might not be. You might just still die anyway. But if you're tanky, it's really good.
Yep, I'm going to say real quick, use chins if you see this in your games. 550 health, yep, you're going to be shredded
Yeah,
through.
definitely shred with health.
Then we also had Mantle of Discord, which we saw earlier, but it's got tenacity and dampening on this as well. And then Spirit Robe has also had this added to it as well. 20 physical, 20 magical, and 20 tenacity.
Yeah, and this has some similar overlap to the other item.
Yeah.
But we felt like this one, especially with its super high amount of protections it provides, this gives you, like, if you need the protections versus any other stat, we want to have this option there available for you.
Okay, so that's a little look at Spirit Robe 2. That's tenacity. And where are we on to next?
Pathfinding.
This one.
The smallest section.
Boots. Combat boots. Great. They look like they've been in combat pon. I
Yeah,
agree with
they're
you.
really worn.
Really, really combative boots. 8 pathfinding as part of this. And pathfinding equates to, just to confirm, how much, do we know how much movement
That'd be
speed this is?
8% movement speed.
It's 8% basically. Okay, so it's 1-to-1.
Yep.
Okay, and then we've also got the newer version of these with the combat boots upgraded with the survivor sash.
So this one's adaptive.
We'll go into Mercury's Talaria. Talaria boots are
Yep.
back.
So it gives you good stats, gives you a good amount of pathfinding, and then when you're out of combat, we store the energy as you're traveling. So kind of like a Mercury style
Mercury passive? Okay.
Yep. And then your next non-ultimate ability will deal
Wait,
up
Mercury can double stack this, right?
Yeah, Mercury's really.
I mean, we knew when it was movement speed he was going to be going these items. So
like Chronos Pendant is generally good on Chronos. Like it's
Yeah.
not crazy meant for him, but it's good. This
Sure.
is gonna be good on Mercury.
Okay.
Your next non-damage deals up to 20% more damage based on sword energy. If it was a movement ability, though, it'll deal up to 30% more damage. So if you actually use your movement ability to engage and deal damage, it's
Yeah.
gonna benefit more from the energy that you've stored and charged.
Mother of God. Okay.
Yeah, pretty good.
Cool.
Pretty good.
We did actually add pathfinding to 2 other items. Gem of Focus. This does make some sense to me. It did have a movement speed passive already, but now we're going to be looking at this pathfinding instead.
It's also more expensive, and I got more intelligence as well. Just because, like, so you'll see that I also did some other stuff to Tekokagi because these items have been mirrors for a while, and the differentiator between them was cost versus like just cost difference, really.
Right.
And I don't think that was as interesting as it could be, so we made them more specialized. So Gem of Focus is still that CDR, still high intelligence, a little bit more costly, so you can have more stats to it. Tekokagi got strength and attack speed. There's a new strength attack speed item that's going to be really good for like in-hand users.
Hunters be on the lookout.
Yeah, Hunter's on the lookout. Kali going to be really good with this.
Yep.
Any chainsaw character is going to be really good with it. And just that helps differentiate the two so they don't step on each other's toes. Physical characters already have some really good items with like they're really generally good with Bumpa's Cudgel.
Yep.
They also have Pendulum Blade, which is also really, really strong for them. So it didn't feel like they needed giving them more of an attack speed choice felt more interesting here, and also just separated the two out from each other.
So at max stacks, you're going to have 21% pathfinding from one of these items, but in combat, it's only 7%.
Yeah, it'll be functionally a 7% movement speed.
Still viable as well. Still valuable, I want to say, not viable.
Yeah.
And then you've still got speed buff on top of that and things like that too.
But basically, just comparing with current Gem of Focus or Tekokagi, you're going to be moving faster out of combat, less fast in combat.
Yes.
Keep them in combat. That's the rule there. Last but not least, then, it's Echo time.
Yeah, so
these are fun.
Drums.
Great looking drums. We'll start with the bowl drum. It does kind of look like a bowl.
What's really funny
look like a
is
drum with
when
the
I
effects.
first made it, it just looked like a bowl, and then I added the little squiggles, and immediately it was solved.
And again with Echo, it's up to 40 stacks of this you can get, and it's a 1-to-1, so it's 10% Echo with this item.
and there's no cap with it. I mean, 100% is the cap because you can't have more than 100% chance.
So that would mean like every single time you hit, if you get to
you do Echo.
Okay.
And one other important thing to know about Echo, for things like Anubis Breath, it would be every single tick would have its chance to echo. It's not going to be a all or nothing for the whole
So
ability.
Anubis 1, for example, each tick of that would be like, maybe it'll do the echo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you're
Which also
saying
means that
is-
there's some one thing we'll probably play in the future is like having like characters that have like more like on like dots and on hit effects. Will have like when they echo, they can get a benefit, and like if you're a character that has like dots, you'll be way better with that effect.
We'll check out Donkey Kong's Bongo drum.
Yep, Damaru.
Here's the next one. Yep, Damaru. 40 strength, 20 crit, and 20 echo. Interesting.
Yep, if you critically strike, you get 10% ability damage for 5 seconds, max of 3 stacks.
So I expected this more to go towards mages, but it looks like hunters could also...
There's some for both.
Yeah,
there's some
it's
for
a
both.
mixture. Okay.
Yeah, so
I think that's what probably a lot of people in chat were thinking too. It's like, man, mages buff. What about the hunters? Yeah.
if you
But
want
it's,
to try,
it's supposed to be an ability
Makes
stat,
sense.
not
Yeah.
necessarily a pure
Yes.
mage stat.
yeah, so this is meant to be like if you're weaving abilities and you're weaving attacks, and you can weave them both reasonably, you'll get a lot of benefit out of this item.
Okay. So critically strike plus 10% ability damage for 5 seconds, max 3 stacks, and echo plus 10% attack damage for 5 seconds, max 3 stacks.
Yep. Then we have Omen Drum,
Omen drum.
which is adaptive, so it can be built by strength or intelligence.
Awesome.
It has 30 echo, and this is an active effect, which is on use for 5 seconds. All enemy gods and jungle monsters you hit with an ability are marked.
What?
After the duration expires, 15% of all ability damage you dealt to marked targets
What?
is echoed to all marked targets. So if let's say I activate this and I hit 3 gods for 1,000 damage,
Yeah.
that's going to be 150 from each of them.
Right.
And then at the end of that, they're all going to take 450.
What?
Yeah, don't stand next to each other when you pop Omen
Alright.
Drum.
I can do
It's
this. Wait,
ominous.
but I can do this on Jungle Camp, she said too, right? So
Yeah.
Gold Fury Fire Giant?
Yeah, that'll work.
So if I hit Gold Fury, right, and I'm just wailing away with this being marked, and I manage to catch their support, let's just say.
It's specifically only ability damage you deal, so you can't just like
But I
auto-attack it.
all in as Anubis with my 1-3 and ult combo all on the Gold Fury, it'll hit the support.
Am I echoing?
No, we're all in.
I'm all echoing. It's just immersive. That's really what it is. It's
Yeah.
all just immersive.
I'll go check real quick. Keep
What
talking.
happened?
It's fine.
I don't know. It's fine.
I mean, apparently not. It's
I think
apparently
it's
awful.
the echo just made the mics.
Yeah, what
echo.
happened? What did I do?
There is some. Is it better now?
Try now.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Are we good? 1, 2, 3. They got silence.
Well, that was
yeah, we're waiting.
We're like a minute behind. Good. Okay, better. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I'm such a great tech person.
Good job.
you.
Switch it off and on again,
Yeah.
chat. That's all we do.
Yeah. So Omen Drum. Yeah, you get to echo that damage. It's long cooldown.
Yep.
You have to actually hit a whole bunch of people to get the echo effect off, but it's pretty good.
So if I, just to go over what I was going to say, you hit a support, you hit the Gold Fury, right, with this mark.
Yep.
Their support runs away. Is there a distance?
No.
Okay, so their support has ran off going, I can't deal with this. There's no one else here. But then they all in the Gold Fury as Anubis and go 1-3 and ult.
Yeah. Sure.
And then I'm just going to get slapped in the face.
Yeah. Shouldn't have got hit by Omen Drum.
I just need some dampening. That's what I need.
Yep.
True.
There you
Oh,
go.
baby. I'm going to need it. Now, not only is Echo on the Omen Drum, we did see some changes to the Crusher. Also going to see Echo added to this now.
Yes. So Crusher, especially Crusher and Heartseeker have that kind of like they've stepped on each other's toes for similar identity. Just I think made sense to kind of separate that out. Also, I wanted to make sure that like strength ability users weren't left out of this because I think it's really easy to just think of this as an intelligence stat.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's a lot of strength ability users too, so I want to make sure they had a specific item for them.
Okay.
And
And then there's also
People are asking, does Echo have a cap? It does. I mean, 100 technically
100,
would
yeah.
be it's 100%. It's each one Echo is 1% chance for you to Echo, right?
Yes.
But there's 2 intelligence items, there's 2 strength items. So unless you want to be building both strength and intelligence, you're not going to get that close to 100, right?
Yeah,
that
and
people
we'll
are going to try it.
we'll expand these items out, so eventually there will be a chance that you get that high. But for now, like that just isn't going to be the case.
And Cosmic Horror is going to have 20% Echo damage.
Yeah, so this was just kind of a stat stick before that was like, okay,
Yeah.
if you've built enough intelligence before, you get a little bit more. And that wasn't that interesting, so we felt we could do something more interesting. And what's more cosmic horror than math? So
Too accurate, yeah.
yeah. So if your echo is greater than your cooldown rate, you do more echo damage. If your echo is less than your cooldown rate, you'll get some intelligence.
Okay.
And if they're equal, you'll get both effects. So you actually kind of want to
Man, you really are making a math. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, do I have exactly the same amount of Echo and
yeah,
cooldown?
so when you buy this, you have 20 echo. You need 20 CDR
Uh-huh.
to make it even again. But if you go like Chronos Pendant, that's 25.
Okay.
Which means that it's not going to work.
And then if you get buffed by something like a cooldown, like a blue buff or something like that, it's going to affect it?
Only items.
Only items.
Only
Okay,
the
good to
item
check. Good to check. Good to
stat,
check.
which is I should probably
Makes the
maybe-
math a little bit simpler. Is what
Maybe
I'm getting at
specify
there.
it, but yeah.
Okay.
Just to confirm my understanding, 20% Echo damage would mean it would deal 48% when you
Yes.
Echoes, not 60%.
Correct.
Okay.
It's the same as like crit, where it's like it's gonna multiply the value.
Okay.
We're getting asked a lot of questions about these for sure. But that is all the items that are going to be getting updates or new coming to the game now. It is 2, but I do think we take a couple of questions just because we went through a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, there's a lot of new
Lots of
stuff.
process.
I think it's so far in our testing, it's been fun. It's been an interesting new addition to the game. Whenever we add something new, people freak out for a
Always.
little bit.
Yep.
But give it a chance. Let us know what you think. We're excited about bringing some new fun ways to interact with things in in the game. We are not afraid to try new things. If we are afraid to try new things, we will make the same game for the rest of our lives, right? And
Sure.
it's important that we are willing to continue to evolve the game and to make it better and to take risks.
Completely
And we think that this is a fun thing for the game. We want to see how people feel about all these stats.
And as always, these are going to be balanced out upon as time goes on.
Oh.
Like day one, if PTS this week, if it goes live, and people are saying, "Hey, look, Echo looks really strong," there might be some adjustments made there,
Yes.
etc., etc.
I just realized we haven't talked about the other character.
That was the other thing. So I just said, "Oh, I forgot." I said, "Oh," because
Do
we
we
have
want to
PTS
give
today.
them more? Do they
So
need?
I
more?
have to give people a little bit of context for Ratatoskr today.
Yes,
because
I
he's
know.
going to be on for the PTS, just for his
Yes.
base kit, not
That
for the
was just
aspect.
a hype moment in itself. Everyone was like, "What? Rat's live?" That's yes. Rat will be part of PTS. In
Yes.
This update.
The main things to go through real quick, just so you know when you're playing him today, and we'll talk about this in more detail. When he's actually it's his show in 2 weeks, but. TLDR, he has unique acorns in a slightly new format of 1 tier 1, 1 tier 2, 3 tier 3s. Each of these tier 3s are associated to one of his abilities, and you can buy multiple acorns.
Okay.
So you can buy
All 3 acorns.
all 3 acorns if you choose to. His base ability 1, his dart, is like it was in SMITE currently, where it passes through enemies and it stops on the first enemy hit, but it can now crit as a baseline.
Okay.
And if you buy the ability 1 acorn, it now passes through enemy gods, resetting the cooldown up to 3 times. It's kind of like the original kit,
Yeah.
but not quite
All the way, yeah.
going through everyone. Ability 2, spin around in a circle, dealing damage several times. If you buy Acorn 2, it sends out multiple acorns that return back, providing attack speed per enemy god hit. So kind of like the original kit acorns. Keep in mind that this acorn is the most work in progress today on the playtest, and it's likely to be a little underwhelming.
Sure.
So don't overly harshly judge it on that. Give us feedback, but understand we know it's probably a little underwhelming. And then ability 3, you fire out 3 projectiles. You stun if they all hit. But if you have the acorn for ability 3, the projectiles will stick to enemy gods and explode instead, I believe. And then the ult is the same as it was. You go up in the air, you hop, you land.
Hop on the tree.
Yeah.
Down you go.
So those are your acorns and your rat things to look for in playtest today.
Okay. Questions spawned from chat. Abilities that can crit, will they echo? Big one.
Depends on how we implemented them, but my initial gut reaction would be yes, they could.
Okay, so like a Naja Sash crit.
Because generally what they are is their abilities, and then we let them crit.
Yeah.
So they're still abilities.
Okay.
And they probably don't have a tag that says they can't echo.
And the echo damage off a crit in that situation, would it be at the crit amount or would it be at the base amount? I'm really
Probably
putting
the
on
crit
spot.
amount, I would assume.
Goodness gracious. Okay.
Sick.
Test it all out, chat. Test it all out in the PTS. That's what I'm going to say.
7% pathfinding, as in 7% of your current
No,
pathfinding.
it's just 7 pathfinding.
Yeah, it's just 7. Yeah, 7 pathfinding.
Will there be new strength CDR items since there's CDR items for physical characters. Like right now, like they're getting a lot of use out of Jotuns and Pendulum. A lot of the other ones just weren't being that utilized. Or they weren't being utilized for CDR. They just kind of had it happen to be splashed on. I think that's the case with the Crusher, really. We can expand on it more, but I want to give those items better solid identities versus just being like keeping it there. And there are strong options that are currently being used generally over those options.
How does Echo work with dot-based abilities like Anubis? We mentioned this a little bit earlier on, but basically every single tick of that dot has a chance to echo.
Yes.
It won't be the entire thing that echoes again, potentially.
Echoes don't proc
based on
item
dot.
effects, so you won't proc item effects in additional time.
Enchanter items or abilities or items that give healing and shielding power. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Healing, shielding maybe could be a little bit more debated, but I think healing in particular, because shielding is kind of like just nerfed healing in general, and it's specifically very focused on. You can think of it as combat healing. I think we are better off having healing being a value that we finally control and tune for, because the other cases you can bump it up to be really, really strong, and even if you make all the trade-offs possible to make that like your identity. It's just frustrating to play against. It is just like, it just seems to be the case that it's very frustrating to play against. And then you run into the situation where some people know to counter it and they just feel like their build diversity is a wash. And in other cases, they just don't build it and they lose. And they go, I don't understand why. So I think this version of controlling the healing just generally works a lot better. And we can look at adding complexity and diversity elsewhere.
Does echo damage have some specific visual treatment? It does. It will look unique from normal damage and from crit damage.
Yeah, it's like a purple number with like a little purple swirl behind it. I'm still a little work in progress. You saw probably in today that the ability damage also was slightly different treatment. That's not intended. I'm going to go revert that, so it's going to be normal. But I was just messing around with some of the damage numbers and seeing like some of the effects I could do, and I forgot to undo something.
PTS's version mismatch. It's probably because it's not just updated just yet. I'm guessing if PTS isn't live. If it's
or we forgot to set the KB for version.
One of the other. We'll take a look after the show for sure.
Can multiple people buy the new link item and use it on the same person?
I would assume so, yeah. I don't see any reason they couldn't.
You can make a raid boss. That's what we're talking about.
You could make a raid boss.
Okay. Gilgamesh all linked.
Are there new sections on the split console store for these new stats? There is a new panel that has all the new stats on it, I believe.
It's called special because these stats are like generally a bit less intuitive in the sense of like you can kind of intuit better what physical protection does versus plating. And that just also made sense to consolidate them all together. And it meant that we also didn't mess with the muscle memory of console players. Someone asked, tanks outside of Conquest have lost assist and gold. Tanks outside of Conquest have generally actually been overperforming in general. They tend to be actually where they're strongest. And so if they're a little bit weaker in that sense, it's probably fine.
And that's because of the war flag and selflessness changing, I guess, right? They're just not buying those as much because they're not going to go. Okay.
For years and years and years, the number one sign of like how likely are you to win a game of Arena is how many tanks are on your team.
Yeah,
is the number one most correlated thing. If your team had more tanks, I think like up to 5, you won more games of Arena. It's always been that way.
Yeah. But we'll keep an eye. I've looked at the stats and I haven't seen any appreciable drop in like their success.
Now, obviously, Friday, rolling round, we will still have the usual balance update as well. Just looking through gods and items, I'm guessing, Pom. But we kind of went over a lot of the items. Is there going to be potentially more items that are going to be looked at during this? Or are we just going to kind of see how this goes first?
I actually think we're really light on item balance changes otherwise.
Which makes sense.
It's actually just Vampiric Shroud, which people can go look on PTS if they want.
Okay.
And then there's more god-specific stuff that we can get into on Friday. Because we did do a decent amount of god balance as well. Including kind of a new test based off like how we done base stat adjustments.
Okay.
There's a few aspect based stat adjustments that we're trying as well, where like the aspect will more directly tweak those.
Cool.
And we're gonna test on a few outlier cases. Make sure the tech works really well.
Yeah.
Make sure it makes sense that when you're picking the aspect, how it's changed your character.
Sure.
And then we might expand that on other aspects.
I'm surprised that's so quick, especially with these items coming
out.
Well,
I found a really cheap way of doing it, and it seemed to work. And I tried to break it, and I couldn't break it. We'll see if someone else can break it in a more meaningful way.
So even more to look forward to on Friday as well to go through all this stuff.
There was one question asked when you said that the reign of the Archfiend event is going to end with this upcoming update, and the 2 travelers come out are the last ones. Will the buy all be going as well, or will we have until the next update to get the buy all? What about the worm seals? My current understanding is that in the update with Ishtar, you will no longer be able to buy the buy all, and the worm seals will go away. So you'll have until the update where Ishtar comes out to buy the Reign of the Archfiend event. But this is the final content that's being released. For that event.
My brain fried because I wasn't here on Monday when you leaked all the gods, and so when you said Ishtar, then I'm like, you just leaked a god, and we didn't even know.
No, we said on Monday.
I know, but I just said I wasn't here Monday, and I'm like, wait, you just said Ishtar. Oh,
I did say Ishtar.
Do they even know about that?
They know about it. Well, I mean, one person in chat didn't know about it. They should go to our Twitter and look at the upcoming gods list.
Yeah.
I had one other thing I was going to say. Oh, I'm also going to give you guys a little teaser that this weekend will be a good time to play Smite. Because we're doing we got some double worshippers coming.
It is actually, yeah. It's good teaser because it should be on tomorrow. Right?
It starts tomorrow. Yeah. So
double worshippers until I believe Monday.
Yeah, I believe it's well. I think it's like through Tuesday morning technically, but we'll say it's through Monday so that you don't complain when you turn it off on Tuesday and you expect it to still be live.
So starting tomorrow, we'll have double worshippers in game, and then also the PTS should be going live later on this afternoon to test all weekend. We'll have balance update on Friday as well to look over, and then you'll still have Gilgamesh coming on Tuesday. It's crazy. Busy period. It's 2 so it is time for
one more question.
And I have mine already.
Go
Someone
for
asked,
it.
we see that we had new stats on Gilgamesh's passive. Would we ever go back and look at other characters? I had a list of characters to do that to. I actually went through the exercise of that. For example, I liked Amaderos actually ignoring those with illuminating strikes.
Yep.
I liked Bacchus because he's just kind of drunk and like he just kind of blows everything off, like he doesn't
That's fair.
doesn't take damage. He could have dampening. I thought that made sense for him.
Interesting.
It would be just one of those things where like we go back and look at the characters
individually and just go through it, yeah.
It was just too big of a pass to do here.
That makes sense.
But I do like the idea of going back and adding some
Adjusting
more
some of those
interactions.
stats potentially, yeah.
I also think there's a world where like some new aspects could maybe play around with Echo in some meaningful ways. Like that's a new stat that could be especially fun to play with. So we will probably circle back on that. Like that's the nice thing about having these new stats is it kind of also expands our toolkit of cool things we can do. It'll take time.
I'm going to take two, one legit one and one non-legit one because I can't do an entire show without taking one non-legit question. How does Echo only echo the ability damage or the item procs as well? Only the ability damage.
Only the ability damage.
And new glasses? Yes, I did get new glasses. My 1-year-old smashed my old glasses, and I was wearing broken taped together glasses for 3 weeks until I could get a optometrist appointment and get new glasses ordered. These came from the internet. They were $60, and they are the correct prescription, so I see a lot better. I have some more permanent glasses still being made at the optometrist, but I needed a pair so that I wasn't getting a headache from broken glasses. Do you want one more, or are you done?
I'm lucky, but I don't
Okay.
see anything that's really standing out to me. I'm sorry, chat, if I missed something.
I buy direct.
Oh, there you go. Nope, we are good.
Okay.
Chat, PTS will be up later on this afternoon. We'll just confirm if it's good to go. I believe some people are saying it's up, some are not, but keep an eye out for PTS being available all weekend. Obviously, all these items are going to be subject to change as we go through the PTS and continue to make battle iterations too. Check out Ratatoskr, check out Gilgamesh. Let us know your feels on both of them too. And then on Friday, we'll be back here once again to go over the item and god balance as well. And if we don't see you beforehand, we'll see you on the battlegrounds. Goodbye.